So in the Bible, Ezekiel talks about a chariot, or the chariot of the Lord, and he talks about the chariot having wheels on it, and the wheels have a spirit of its own. The wheels contain the spirit of the who drives it, pretty much. Ezekiel also talks about the wheels go wherever the spirit wants it to go. Now in the Torah, there are two different meanings for the Merkabah. One of them is a chariot, and the other one is the throne of God. Now I want to add a little bit to that point because there are actually multiple different angels. I'm going to focus on four of them, but there's a hierarchy to the angels. There's the Ophanim angels, which are at the top. There's the Seraphim angels, which is what Lucifer was before he turned into Satan and was a demon. Then you have the Cherubim angels, which are the guardians of Eden. And then you have the Ishim, all right, which are like the lower level angels that deal with the humans the most and are represented by fire and ice. Now, once again, the Ophanim are said to be the representation for the wheels of the chariot. All right, they're the ones that house the spirit, and they take spirit where it needs to go. So when I hear all of that, all I think is, could UFOs and spaceships be synthetic Merkavas? But I digress. Now, the Merkava can be pictured as two interlocked tetrahedrons or two pyramids that are spinning in opposite directions. This is where you can get the whole as above, so below aspect, because when you look at the directions of the pyramid, one is facing up and the other one is facing down. The upward pyramid is literally connecting us to the divine source energy, divine source light. And the bottom pyramid is grounding us and connecting us to the earth. Now together, these interlocked tetrahedrons literally represent the duality that is existence. The good and the bad, the yin and the yang. Using Egyptian etymology, you can break Merkaba down into three separate parts. Mer-KA-ba. Refers to the two rotating lights that are within each and every one of us. And they form when we engage in certain breathing exercises and certain meditations. Ka represents the spirit, and ba represents the physical body, or how the spirit interprets the world around us, or how it perceives the things around us. And how do we perceive things once again? Through light. So based off of what you just heard, the Merkaba is essentially a vehicle that transforms your body into a true light body, true light, and allows you to be reborn somewhere else. Because everything is an aspect of light, the Merkaba literally has access to everything, any world, any dimension, any realm, like anything, all right? Anything. Well, stay tuned for part 2, why I don't believe why humans can actually go to other planets without the use of a Merkaba, even a synthetic one. And I also want to touch on how the Merkaba allows us to connect to the collective consciousness, all right? So definitely some comments on which one you guys want to hear about the most. Or alternatively, I can definitely talk about I can share the story of how the Martians use a synthetic Merkaba to get themselves trapped here on Earth, allegedly.